to walk along and take in the passing show on Harrowings Live with Hal Gill, your host. Nobody but me here so far. That's fine. We are doing this just to grab a little bit of who, what, when, and where here in Washington, D.C. Place where everything happens, you know. It's a huge power vortex that sucks in the money. Going to be time to do the taxes. I'm certainly hopeful that my tax situation is going to be such that I don't end up contributing a lot to the government's functions. My wife is paid, and I have been making very little besides losses in my LLC. That's Harold B. Gill Foundation, LLC, which preserves, protects, and promulgates the work of my late father, including the creative work that I do, because without him, I wouldn't be. Similarly, I also try to make sure my mother's contributions to civilization are maintained and promulgated, and people get a chance to know. And that's the thing, you know, we have a right to know. Don't know about the Electronic Frontiers Foundation. They are actively protecting our right to know against would-be internet censorship, which I hope I don't end up having happen to me. Anyone should be able to say anything about anything to anyone on the internet. It's my thought. Now, language can be harmful. We do have to be careful about that and be civilized. And it reminds me of Mahatma Gandhi's comment on Western civilization. It would be a very good idea. Because what was happening to India during his time was quite barbaric. I mean, right up until, and still, there's a lot of barbarism, a lot of man's inhumanity to man happening in the world. And a lot of us are kind of turn a blind eye to it all. My idea is that we should wake up, and be the change we want to see in the world. Start with ourselves. What's my part in it? How did I contribute to the situation in which I find myself? And that's really important. One of the more important things that one can do, in my view. I found it very interesting that a friend of mine has gone over to the Quaker meeting house for the unprogrammed worship that they're doing there. I thought it was programmed by this hour, but apparently it's unprogrammed. There's a sheet up there that tells you what the spirit moving you should actually entail. If you're not familiar with meetings of the Society of Friends, I highly recommend checking them out. There are even atheist friends, in addition to, you know, those who consider themselves to be tapped into the Christ. It's the Inner Light. George Fox was one of their founders, the founder. It's Quake only before God. Hence they got called the Quakers. Yeah. Oh, well. Talk about bravery. They will stand pat against violence. And I think that's a really good stance for all of us to have. We focused on the rule of law. And you may have some things to say about that. I don't know. Does anybody have anything to say about anything? And Jay Sharp, Stanley Watring. I don't know how to pronounce it. Good to have you both with us on the Passing Show. If you're listening, where are you? How are you? Those are the two questions I ask all my guests. And that's sort of a test of whether or not you're willing to let me know where you are and how you are. Heard a beep there. So you gotta wait for me. Get across. Our vehicle is in position. I'm going to cut the passing show because I've got to carry some things into the house before heading out with my wife to do our shopping. And our expedition to Dixie Bones, Winchester, Virginia. That's going to be a treat for Lynn and me too, for that matter. Dixie Bones in Winchester, Virginia. If you don't know about it, check it out. Leave something of the buffet for me because it's Sunday and they have a buffet 11 to 3, I believe. There's people crossing there. That means I could cross here. Coming up on the old beat up Toyota Camry. Poor thing got his bumper crushed a little more the other day, and guy gave me $100 for the trouble. Sweet of him. It's all good. All good. No harm done, really. Are we still out? The bunkers, superstructure, and you are listening, sitting to the couch listening to me. That's wonderful. So, man, I'm very lucky to live here in the 21st century. You can see the neighborhood, a complete 360 there coming back around. Just over the hill is a double mansion on the other side of the street owned by Jeff Bezos. And he owns the Washington Post and, founded Amazon and all that. Congresswoman from California has the condo in the front here, Maxine Waters. And, it's nice to be embedded in this area where I can observe and watch the passing show and see who's out and about. And that's about it. Thank you again for showing me that you are indeed listening. That means a lot. And thanks for being a part of my board of directors and as a paying subscriber to Harrowings, you help keep the lights on, along with 17 others. Could always use more support. Every cent you spend is a vote for the kind of world you're co-creating. Keep that in mind. Substack is an economic engine for culture.